And now Ozzy has an important announcement to make.
Yes, this is really big news.
Maybe let's not get everyone's hopes up. Welcome to episode 1 of Cinema Rewind. We take a look at movies good and bad from 5 years back and beyond. Today's episode is on the 2009 film Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is my all-time favorite movie, and that's the reason we're starting with it. This movie was directed by Wes Anderson. You might know him from The Grand Budapest Hotel or The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. This movie takes the classic book written by Roald Dahl and expands upon it to an extreme level. You could say that the book is about 2 or 3 chapters worth of the movie. There's just so much more to it. Starring George Clooney, in his first and only time working with Wes Anderson, which is weird, Meryl Streep, Jason Schwartzman, Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe, and the usual Anderson suspects. He uses the same actors in all of his films. Most people I've talked to have never even heard of this film, despite it being nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Picture in 2009. That confused me for a bit, but then I realized it had a lot of competition. Pixar's Up, DreamWorks' Monsters vs. Aliens, Sony's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and the return to form with Disney's Princess and the Frog all really pushed this movie off of everyone's radar. Not to mention, Coraline, another stop-motion film, came out in February of the same year. This movie is pure Wes Anderson. He's the director to end all directors when it comes to visuals, with Spielberg being an exception. So when it was released that he was connected to this book and that it was going to be stop-motion, everyone flipped. Stop motion is where Wes Anderson really belongs. It's so beautiful and masterfully animated. Every frame is like a work of art. I've watched several scenes of this movie frame by frame, and it's just amazing the amount of detail and precision in every shot. I would know. I made a 15-minute stop motion short film when I was 13.
Well, roll me in butter and call me a flounder.
It's really bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Through the source material and the marketing, it looks like it's just a kid's movie. But really, it's a great fit for all ages, from your young Minion movie watchers to your cinema snobs. And there's some sly jokes in there for the older group.
The cuss you are.
The cuss am I? Are you cussing with me?
No, you cussing with me?
Don't cuss and point
You're
at me.
gonna cuss with somebody. You're not gonna cuss with me, you little cuss.
With me. Just by the tree.
The music by Alexandre Desplat is so catchy. There'll be times where I'm driving to work and just start whistling. And with the usual Wes Anderson way of going about things, the soundtrack includes the Beach Boys, the Rolling Stones, Burl Ives, Nancy Adams. The soundtrack alone is worth a listen. If I had a complaint with this film, it would be that you really have to pay attention. They hint at little jokes all through the movie, and then the punchline is finally revealed at the very end. But it's for that same reason that I love it so much. If you haven't seen this movie, I wholeheartedly recommend it. It's one of those films that's not for everyone, but if you give it a watch or two, you'll be rolling on the floor and enamored with breathtaking visuals.
Hey, you okay there, bud?
It's pretty easy to find in your local bargain bin, and with the release of Isle of Dogs, another Wes Anderson stop-motion venture in April, I'm sure these DVDs will be everywhere up until its release. I'm Mason, I like movies, and I'll see you next week on... If you want to talk movies, hit me up at Eubank@klst.net or my Facebook @Mason Eubank Filmmaker.